Let's do this. What is going on, people of YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of Mid-Table Clash. And oh my goodness, yes, I am the biggest bellend ever to manage a football club on this game. But here we go. Here's my team for the big game against JNO's West Brom as we kick off. First highlight comes inside the 7 minutes. We are in the black, they are in the, I could say blue and white stripes, but dark blue and white stripes, or purple and white stripes. Anyway, we signed Brom off them, and he had a chance early on, couldn't take that though. Chance moves into a 13th minute now as they have the ball down the left-hand side and playing the ball around nicely. They are doing very well on the table, chasing Champions League spots. Good ball out wide, cross in, and somehow he has not put the ball in the back of the net. We then move on. Just a few minutes later, they hoof the ball up there. Rondon doing what he does best and being an absolute fucking tank, but misses by a mile. Move on to about halfway through the second half, a little bit more. They're playing a ball around and we just give the ball back to the keeper, to be honest, and that pretty much ends the first half. As we move on into the second half, and nothing really happened until the 73rd, I suppose, minute. They're playing the ball around again nicely, set themselves up very defensively. They whip the ball in, headed out, and then this shot comes in from Gamboa of all people. I believe that was his first goal. Yep, first goal of the season, and that condemns us to a 1-0 loss against JNO for the second time this season. Fantastic. On to the second game, and we only had 2 games prepared for this game. For this episode, so I decided to play a friendly. We invited Sparta Prague down to the big stadium I like to call the shit house, because we only play shit football, and they accepted. Anyway, they launched the ball forward, they had a chance, and they scored in the first 2 minutes. Now this next clip, I'm going to just let you play and just see what you think of it. So it's about 16 minutes in. Bearing in mind this is a friendly, they're playing around nicely. We aren't doing that well, and then this happens. Right, that happened. I thought, oh, excellent, we got a free kick, I have a chance to hoft it in there. But no, the referee sent him off. I don't know what quite for, but oh well. And that's when we started to turn on the pressure. 40 minutes in, ball whipped in, and we really should have been scoring that. Miss hit and out for a throw, and as Brom could not catch up for it. And then we have another chance a few minutes later. Ball is played out wide again to Johnson, who played very well for us this season. Ball whipped in, and that man who didn't score in the last game after a chance in that similar sort of position has scored this game. Chris Brunt with the rebound makes it 1-1 right before half time, as you can see there as we kick off the second half. What could be very interesting, and I'm just going to let this play really zoomed up to show you how long I took to make everyone have a bit of playing time, because overall I didn't want to get my team knackered because it was 3 days before our next game, but I wanted everyone to get a little bit of, match experience, and also everyone to sort of play under my new sort of tactics. It is a new tactic, very structured, and it's very rarely, I always on fluid or very fluid, or maybe even the middle ground. But it took me, I think it's 4 minutes I spent on it exactly after it was fast forward, and there we go, we completed the transfer, completed the substitution, sorry. But 75 minutes, we have a chance, ball played through, and Altovic P-rolls it into the bottom right hand corner, and we go 2-1 up, and that is how things end. However, we've got another game to contend with. That was only a friendly, and we just scraped through a 10-man team. But anyway, hello, welcome to this next fixture. You can see this is our team. Let's skip forward now. Look, skip the fucking thing forward. Yeah, you fucking heard me. Anyway, on to the game, excusing that little bit of a skit. 3 minutes in, we have a chance already. Played out wide towards Johnson, whips it in fantastically, and who is there to tap the ball in? None other than our one-man team, Ibrahim Afellay, who's been insane this season. We move just a few minutes down the line to 8 minutes on the clock. Ball is played out wide to Afellay, plays it in, and then back out to Afellay, has a chance, and instead he tries to shoot rather than cross, wastes a chance. Move on just before half-time, cross is played in, and he saves it easily. Now this is what irritated me about this goal. First of all, nothing. No challenge there. Second of all, no challenge to come over towards him except right at the last moment, but credit the finish from Montero. Dave Azzopardi shipped him out of Swansea, and he's come back to haunt us. Well, we didn't end there in the first half because we were still attacking. We wanted to get back into the lead, and Van Ginkel has a nice 1-2 here with Shaqiri, and that is one of our best goals in recent times. Nice, fantastic on-the-ground football, and that takes us into half-time 2-1 to the good. And I'll play you the best highlight we had in the second half. Yeah, my reaction says it all, but that's how the game ended. We won 2 games this episode, we lost 1, even though one of them was a friendly. I'd like to thank you all for watching. Let's head on into the call and see how the others did in their episodes. Peace.
What's going on, guys? This is Dave, and welcome to the Mid-Table Clash call at the end of the episodes. We've had quite an action-packed episode, and we've kind of spread recording over the space of 2 or 3 weeks, so fair play if any of you guys can actually remember what happens in your games that we did at the start of this episode anyway. Firstly, I think, Joe, you had quite an eventful episode, so we can start off with you. How did you get on?
Well, it turns out 3 weeks ago I lost 2-0 to Southampton. So I don't remember the match, but I can imagine I was pretty crap. Then today I lost 2-1 to Liverpool. Could have been worse, but Michael Keane stepped up with a 92nd minute consolation goal. And then I won my first game in
Since the start of January.
6 games.
Jeez.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. and you know, I was very happy with this. It now means I've got 3 games to save my job. I have to beat Chelsea and Villa, and I thought I'd share an interesting fact with everyone because I know everyone likes interesting facts. James MacArthur, everyone knows him. You know, this season he's just got his 3rd suspension for yellow cards. He has actually had 16 yellow cards.
Jeez.
In 20 league games. So, well, 23 if you include sub appearances. So, I thought I'd let you all know that one.
Jano, have you been continuing your good form in the league? And you had some cup games as well.
Well, in the league, I managed to beat Kurt 1-0, which was a highlight. And then he decided to attack me, like just because you lost, Kurt. I thought we were friends.
Yeah.
And Gamboa had a blinder of a game, and he was the one that managed to score. But apart from that, Stoke were actually quite solid, and it just took one moment of magic from Christian Gamboa, and we managed to pick up the win. But before that, we had an FA Cup game at home against Arsenal, and I managed to fuck my schedule up completely by getting a draw. They went ahead 1-0, and then Fletcher managed to get a goal in the 73rd minute. And in the replay, we managed to pick up a 2-1 win, just playing counter-attacking football. And McLean and Morrison had a blinder on the wings, which was a good result for us. And now I think we've got Bristol City as our next game, so I finally got an easy game in the Cup. And then we went to Chelsea, and I just parked the bus because I felt like they deserved some of their own medicine, and we managed to get a 0-0 draw away. So good episode in all, but I have dropped out of the top 4. I've had a few games in hand on some people as well, so I'm a bit worried that I may drop to like 6th or 7th. But, you know, it's not too bad a thing to worry about, so I'm quite happy. And the fixture list definitely gets a bit easier for a bit.
And Kurt, how about you as well?
Well, you know, I've got a thing with bullies. I don't really like them, and I felt like 11 of them ganged up on my poor innocent 11, you know, Stoke Alona players when I lost 1-0 against West Brom, and I felt like it was literally, I sent them back to school, you know, mummy's boys, and they were kicked the shit out of, excuse my French, and honestly, I was gagging after that game. That's why we've had a few weeks off. I actually haven't been able to play Football Manager until now. It was that sickening. It's something you see on like Live Leak, and anyway, I'll stop rambling on.
It's what I did to you in October as well. 1-0 victory, just beat your players up.
Yeah. I don't like MMA, and I don't like MMA playing football, so I don't like that. I don't like playing against your teams. But I realised I only had 2 games. I thought I'd do a friendly against Sparta Prague, test some of the players out that basically either are shit or are not playing because other players are good. Managed to win 2-1. Chris Brunt actually scored a goal, who I signed from West Brom and did nothing against West Brom. Moved on to Watford, still with a new tactic, and managed to win 2-1. Goals from Afellay, surprise, surprise, and a goal from Marco van Ginkel, actually, that actually is quite surprising. Although we did make it hard for ourselves, we weren't really on form, and that could have been like 5 or 6 if we played well. But in all, I'm not going to complain. It was a decent episode, and hopefully I can improve now.
Yeah, I mean, for me, as an episode, we have 4 games in my episode. I picked up 1 point out of all 4 games. And I feel 3 of them were winnable. We had Bournemouth, Newcastle, Man U, and Aston Villa. And the best we played was actually against Man U. And I've just calculated, my team has picked up 1 point out of the last possible 18 in the league. And we're actually only 4 points ahead of Joe. So that's how bad we're doing.
That's when you know you're
not
bad.
Gonna get sacked twice, are you?
Exactly. Yeah, but we started off with a 2-0 loss against Bournemouth. We got a 1-1 draw against Newcastle. We then gave Man U a good game. That ended 4-3. Rooney scoring 4 goals for United. He could have had a 5th as well. He missed a penalty. And I'm pretty sure he scored a hat-trick against us at the start. Well, that might have been for Swansea, actually, when I was Swansea manager. But then we lost 4-0 to Villa. And after I'm pretty sure they just came off a 5-1 loss against Watford. So I thought, yeah, might get a victory here. We got smashed 4-0. So things are not going well for me at all. I mean, in my next episode, though, I've got Arsenal, Swansea and West Ham. Again, difficult game. Arsenal, we are at home, though, so we've got a slight advantage there. But then Swansea and West Ham, we're definitely going to have to come up with a new tactic, though, because, as I say, 1 point 18 is not good enough. J&O, who have you got in your next episode as well?
Well, I start off with Bristol City, so I'm hopefully going to be able to play, in the Cup. Well, I hope it's in the Cup. Otherwise, I don't know what's happened. I'll probably play a weaker team there because my team are a bit tired now after the replays lost. And then we've got Southampton and Liverpool. And then I don't know if I'm going to be playing the Aston Villa game next episode as well. But I'm most scared of Aston Villa, to be honest, after that 4-0 win they had against you. Liverpool, I managed to thrash last time I played them, 4-1. And Southampton, I think I lost to, but I outplayed for most of the game. So I'm hoping to pick up some points and climb up that table while some other of the top teams drop points.
Yeah, no problem. Kurt, what about you? Next episode?
Oh, it's looking a bit tasty. I start off with an away game against Manchester City. Hopefully I can do some damage in that, but I highly doubt it. And then for some reason I haven't played a Saturday weekday in ages because from the Watford game to the Man City game to the Sunderland game, it's 3 Wednesday games in a row. But then I got Sunderland, which is going to be an absolutely fantastic tie. I can't wait to play Sunderland. You know, they're such a fantastic team to play, and I hate Sam Allardyce. And lastly, we've got Tottenham at home, which hopefully I can manage to just pick up a point. If I go unbeaten in these 3 games, I will take it. And I'd just like to point out, I looked, and Wayne Rooney, when you're a Swansea manager, scored 4 against you, so he scored 8 against you. Against
Just doesn't like Dave.
Just doesn't like Dave.
Dave, have you slept with his wife?
Oh, man.
Or the granny that he slept with.
Joe, your next few games, I mean...
Well,
just say his next game. Just say his next game. He's only got 1 left.
Well, I've got Chelsea, Villa, and possibly Newcastle. So let's just say I've just got Chelsea. And when everyone decides that I'm going to become Everton manager, my fixtures for Everton will be Liverpool and Villa, maybe
Villa
Newcastle. so when I become Everton manager, and to make that happen, all you need to do is leave some love in the comments down below on their videos, not mine, because they won't see mine, of course. Make sure I'm Everton, because if not, I might cry. Okay. So I have to sound them out.
I think that we can call it a day finally now on the episode. So guys, if you haven't already, drop a thumbs up, a like on the video, subscribe to our channels if you haven't already. Links to the other channels will be in the description down below. Until next time, guys, look after yourselves, and I'll see you all very, very soon.
Peace.
See ya.